Welcome. It's time for the dailies. Let's let you know what the papers are telling this morning when you pick one up. I'm joined by Winfrey, of course, here with me on the couch. Welcome, Winfrey. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
All right, so Lagos, Nigeria, Africa. Let's do the headlines. We are going to be starting from the Punch newspaper. If you join me, first headline here, strike. FG threatens Labour with contempt charge. NLC adamant. Nationwide strike indefinite. NLC boasts FG fumes, says Labour disobeys court order. NLC TUC writes ASU electricity unions demand compliance justice for Ajero. At the top for the Punch newspaper, why rejected 114% pay rise for judges, say the president. And Saudi Arabia revokes air peace passengers' visas in Jeddah. We'll come back to that one. FG withdraws over 100,000 policemen from VIPs. And at the bottom of the paper, next to the photo story there, governorship polls, Tinubu lands INEC, Lord's INEC, PDP faults Kogi Imo results. And 20 die as Saraba boat on fishing expedition capsizes. Lagos drivers protest LASMA extortion, commuters stranded. We just spoke about this instance. And Kwara Governor Oyedepo mourns as CNS leader dies at 101. Let's come back to the instance from yesterday in Saudi Arabia. Now, I think the airline has just resumed routes to Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
And for the past about 1 week, it's been very, well, some would say overly labored. However, for the plane to get to Saudi Arabia and everybody get turned back, even after going through proper visa regulations and all of that, was a big surprise. So what they're telling is perhaps maybe this is an attempt to frustrate the airline out of that route. Not too sure, but it's what's being discussed. But it's just very unfortunate, and this is not the kind of thing I would expect from an instance that involves pilgrims, because they were going for the Lesser Hajj.
Yes.
I'm hoping that this is sorted real soon, because that is quite an unfortunate international instance when it comes to our air
operations and all of that. Yeah. So I mean, on that, I'll say I'm sure there's. I remember when the announcement was made that Air Peace was literally plying that route. Right. It was huge celebrations, especially like within the Nigerian aviation system and all that, because for a long time, there are obviously reasons why people don't go that route normally, right? And then now, for this, I know investigations are definitely going on why this actually happened. So yeah, but literally just waiting for the reports to see what that was really about, and all of that. I think something I actually would like to talk about, it's the whole strike thing. I think is sad how, I mean, not too long ago, we literally just sent our people boards back to school and all of that, and now this is also threatening strike, which is going to affect ASU as well. It's just worrisome, because I'm like, okay, well, when is this back and forth and up and down and around going to stop? And now it's just seeming to me, I mean, fine, but I'm not saying there are no critical reasons why this kind of things are happening, but at the same time, it's like they're not thinking of the consequences it's having on other sectors, and I mean, it's just
interesting story.
Really
you should
sad.
read that one.
Yeah, definitely.
What paper do you have?
So I have here with me The Nation right now. Of course, for the major. Okay, let's see. Let's try Nigerian News Direct.
Okay, I have.
All right. So for the major headlines here, we have political parties kick as INEC declares Diri winner of Bayelsa's Gerber. We have that on page 4 now. For the riders, we have Accord concedes defeat as LP SDP. 3 others reject election outcome. Diri promises inclusive governance. Hails Tinubu. PDP governors congratulates Diri. Say victory validation for good governance in first term. And at the top there, to the very left, we have Zenith Bank records highest YOY pre-tax profits growth for 2023 9 months results. We have that on page 11. Airtel inspects 200 million naira CSR Luth intervention projects. So the right of that we have that on page 2, by the way. The right of that we have organized labor ignores court order, proceeds with nationwide strike. We have that on page 2. This situation of ignoring court order literally bugs me. And that's one of the reasons I escaped the legal system in Nigeria.
Aren't you going back? Not anytime soon.
And beside the image there, we have UBA receives $150 million trade finance facility for Afreximbank to deepen intra-African trade. We have that on page 10. It's judiciary alone that can build confidence of investors. Tinubu to NJC. We have that on page 3. And on the strip there, we have despite new refineries coming on board, Nigeria may still continue importing crude oil. NCDMB ES warns, and that's all we have here. I think
that's very strange and worrying. I mean,
yeah.
hey, we've got the refineries now. Yes, hooray! Okay, let's get the crude. Let's get the products. No, we're still important. So I really don't understand why we're.
I think it's just for me
happy about the refineries coming into.
Because yeah, for the longest time they made it seem like that was literally the issue, right? Now people, it's here and there's still. So it just keeps on, like pointing to underlying issues that really need to be looked into. So yeah, I mean.
All right, real quick, I have to take the Daily Trust before we run out of time. We've got this headline here: Naira scarcity worsens as banks limit withdrawals. ATMs run dry. Merchants groan as farmers insist on cash for grain. We want it in hand and not alerts. Cattle traders affected in North. POS operators lament middlemen get reward for attracting cash. Wondering exactly why there is this scarcity of cash out there. At the top of the Daily Trust newspaper, bandits burn farms in Niger. Imposed levies drop contact number. Queues resurface in Abuja as petrol sells for 640 naira per litre. I think I bought it for more than that on my journey over the weekend. Tinubu's government inherited empty treasury, says the NSA. And to the right, or rather left of the photo story for the Daily Trust, over 30 fishermen killed in fresh Taraba boat mishap. Conversion of petrol vehicles to CNG to cost 6 million naira, says the FG. And NLC TUC begin nationwide strike today over attack on Nigeria. At the bottom, 177 deported as Saudi Arabia cancels visas of Air Peace passengers. FG orders probe. Hajj, Umrah tour operators kick. We've seen that one from other dailies from before. I don't know if we have time for our last daily. No, unfortunately, we don't. But that would have been the Nation newspaper, which echoes most of the headlines that we have touched on already today. Well, thank you very much. Oh, did you have one thing you wanted to add on that one?
Yes, actually, the Naira scarcity. I mean, not too long ago, we had that very tough situation.
That one we understood.
Yes, we understood it. Now, this particular one, it's not connecting.
I have a question for you.
But it will come out. It will come out, I know.
When was the last time you used...
And people will still spray money this weekend.
In the weddings?
Yes.
Well, when was the last time
it's not only weddings, they spray money now, you know.
Where now?
Birthdays, anything, any gathering. Even in churches as well now. So, I mean...
Well, it's crazy, the situation.
It's sad.
Listen, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you.
Always love it when you do. And also you out there, thank you very much. Do stay tuned. We've got more coming your way. We're going to be finding out what exactly is happening inside the kitchen in just about a bit. Let's take a short break, and when we get back, it'll be...